But got two topics tonight. So Colin Kaepernick and the whole BLM movement, and where I don't know if you've heard about where the NFL is trying to take this and whatnot, but I got receipts, I got articles, so I got that mess on standby. And second, not really sure like what to really say in regards to it, but 486.
Oh, 846.
That's what I said. What I say?
You said 486.
I'm dyslexic. Don't worry about me. I know I'm not really dyslexic, but I probably might be actually, because I really keep doing this a lot. Like a lot. I've been doing this for years. I'm like, you know what? I think I might be dyslexic, yo. We be talking about it all the time, and I make fun of it, but I think I might actually be, because I do this all the time. I really be getting stuff backwards. I'm like, wait, what? I saw what it said, but my mouth did it backwards. I didn't see it that way, but my mouth, whatever. I don't know. Maybe there's stages. I don't know. It don't matter. Anywho, semantics. We'll get past that. 846. Yes, I almost said it again. That's not a time. It doesn't go past 60. Woo! Yo, if I smoked, this would be probably more have more explanation to it, but I don't. So this we're mad because we see this happen all the time, whether it be black, white, Asian. It really doesn't matter. Mostly white cops, obviously.
Yeah.
The whole good cop thing kind of gets overshadowed. But the way I feel about it personally is more like, I mean, we see more of them do bad than we do good, so we kind of really don't give a damn about the bad cops or about the good cops, because y'all know they're there. Some people know that what some of them are about, but you let these things slide anyway because they don't want to risk their lives or their job, etc., so on and so forth. Now, some people can take that in whatever way that they want to take it, but me personally, and this might be the angry black guy in me coming out, but oh well. I feel like I'll keep that in, bruh. I'm like, what? Why are you this comfortable? What? So I get that all the time. I'm quiet apparently. Anyway, what was I saying? What this might be the angry black guy in me coming out. I'm gonna have to edit that part in together. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
How that comes off to me, and again, this might be the angry black guy coming out, but whatever. It feels like your job and your livelihood is more important than the people that these people are killing. So you're valuing your livelihood over another person's life. And they don't ever go out nicely. Everybody that's been killed by the cops has been killed in a very terrible, horrible way. Like, they suffer before they go out. George Floyd is a primary example of that. But we've had others. And we've had others go out in a lot of other terrible ways too. Philando Castile. I will never get over that. Probably because I watched it.
That's one of the worst ones.
You got shot in the passenger seat of your car with 3 cops right there next to your woman and your baby in the back seat. His child was in the back seat, yo. And y'all felt so comfortable to fire off on this nigga. He told you, I have a gun. I have a permit. I'm going to reach for it so I can show you guys. You still fired off anyway? Sorry, I'm not going to get over that.
Yeah.
Because you killed a father in front of, if nothing else, you killed the father in front of his child. That child's probably not going to forget that.
Yeah, and I think the people are so enraged, and they're saying basically F the cops, F the police, because the good cops are overshadowed by the bad cops, and we don't get to experience the good cops as much as we do the bad cops, and we
We
get to
don't.
see.
We don't.
Yeah,
I want to make
yeah,
that
we
clear.
we
We don't. This,
yeah,
this skin tone right here, this
yeah,
happiness right here, we don't. Okay, we
yeah,
don't have that issue. We're the ones who have that issue. Everybody else, they Gucci, they good. Some of
and
us get nice cops every now and again, but
yeah,
again, the overshadow of the negative. I mean,
yeah.
and
I can think of one good cop that I've experienced in my life as a youth,
mhm,
and then every other experience was, was an unpleasant experience with the police. So,
mhm.
um, yeah, that's the problem. And then the media pushes, you know, it just shows them as one thing, so we just see ourselves being killed over and over and over and over, with no weapon and no just cause. So of course we're gonna be like, F the police as a whole versus like F that one cop, you know.
Oh, because they have backup. They have backup, and then the backup be coming through doing the same thing. They're just like, you serious? Like, what are you doing? Like, I've
Yeah.
watched cops do some trifling law breaking things. Cops cannot bust into your house like that, except for the one that was in what's it called with what's her face? I'm forgetting her name. There's so many people. There's so many.
Oh, I mean Breonna Taylor.
That's the one. Except for that state, they can do that. Well, not anymore. Which is that victory is bittersweet to me. Sorry,
Yeah.
because they passed the law in her name and in her honor, but the cops are still not behind bars, so I kind of don't care.
Yeah.
What good is making the law if the person that did it ain't behind bars? Like, you still murdered somebody, so you know what I'm saying? No, but that's again whole different topic. We're getting off topic. This is why I only wanted to do the two, because we can go on with this stuff for a while. That's why I wanted to save it for a different time. Is that little G?
Yeah. They just broke down their baby gate and invaded my freaking office.
Nice.
But yeah,
All right.
the Breonna Taylor one is crazy too, because it's like you think, okay, I'm gonna stay in a house away from all that craziness, and then you're still not safe.
We knew that when what's his face got blasted by that white chick who freaking
Yeah,
walked in his house thinking, "Oh, this is the wrong house." Wait a minute, you're off duty. Why do you still have that? Why, if you're an off duty, I'm not even gonna get into that because it's way too much. Again,
yeah,
we're gonna save these things for a different time. Let's get back on topic here.
yeah.
Okay, so let's start off with uh let's start off with 846. I said that right this time. I did. Yeah, let's start off with 846. That way we can put a little cherry on top with the Kaepernick situation. Because I know if we end with 846, it's going to turn into a whole race thing. It's going to be hard to put in. So 846, Dave Chappelle's new special, but I wouldn't even necessarily call it a special. I mean, we're calling it a special. I wouldn't call it a special. I think it is special, but not really at the same time. I think I'm just putting dubs on it. But I think it was good, of course. Do I feel like it was necessary? I think so. I mean, he did a lot of talking about certain things or whatever, and one of the things that he said was, "Do we really want to hear a celebrity right now? Do we really care what Ja thinks?" And
Yeah,
as much of an old running joke as that is, I mean, in this kind of time right now, it's a hit and miss for me. I'm kind of on both sides of the fence on that one, honestly. What about you?
um, I I think I think the people that chose to speak out on their own, like from their heart, it was good. But other celebrities that people were calling out on Twitter and stuff. Oh, where's Drake? Oh, where's this person? What are they gonna say? You know,
Yeah.
and or what are they gonna contribute to Black Lives Matter? then whenever they do come out and make a statement or a donation, then it's not really, it doesn't hit the same.
Of course not, because it was more of a pressured thing. Like, okay, let me try something because people were wondering where I'm at.
Yeah, exactly. And so yeah, I mean, and it's funny. It's only funny because uh it kind of contradicted itself, like because he was saying uh when he spoke on I can't think of her name, the one that told LeBron to shut up and dribble.
Oh yeah. Why am I? Why, hold on.
But he said, you know, basically he called her out for telling him to shut up and dribble. But then at the same time, when he started off, he said, you know, we don't really want to hear what Ja Rule has to say or celebrities and stuff. So that part contradicted itself, but that's only because he was speaking from emotions. He probably was going in circles, you know,
Yeah.
when it comes to that. So, but I think he's just trying to say like what he's trying to say with that, even though it kind of contradicts itself, is we no matter what our what our genre is, you know, as black people, if we have a platform, then we should be able to speak
Hold
out
up.
on things.
Cause this nigga, man. All right, continue on, because this nigga's over here driving slow on no type of neighborhood block, being loud with his dude. Like nobody goes to the ice cream truck like that, bruh. Everybody just buys ice cream at the stores now. Like it's done. It's a wrap. Like nobody does that anymore. That's our generation. It's over. Find a new profession. Sell it online or something. Dang. DoorDash it.
Yeah, but I think he was trying to say like even though uh whatever our different black leaders or whatever,
Mhm.
they should have the ability to speak out if they want to, but at the same time, like he was saying, is it necessary that me as Dave Chappelle comes out and says something? Not really, but um, because the streets are speaking for themselves. They're
Laura,
enraged.
that's who it was. That's her name. This broad.
Oh yeah, Laura Ingraham.
Who had a very sudden change of tune, by the way, when she said that about when she had nothing to say to what's his face, Drew Brees when he made his BS statement.
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure that it's okay for somebody of her same color to come out and make a political statement, but if a black person says it, then it's like just shut up and dribble. Which, yeah, I mean,
It's basically shut up, monkey, and dance for me. You're here to entertain me.
yeah, yeah,
Like
and
that's,
and,
that's
and
I'm,
that
I'm,
was a wake up call because a lot of people they get caught up in thinking like, oh, I'm this football player, I'm that basketball player, whatever, blah blah. But no, like they just look at you guys like you guys are entertaining them, and that's it.
you are though. That's the thing.
Yeah, yeah,
If you're in entertainment, you're an entertainer. That's what you are.
yeah.
That's it. That's how you make your money. That's that's what you are. You're an
And
entertainer, not here
and
for all the other extra stuff. Not saying that that's right and that's how people should view you, but I mean, essentially, you are an entertainer. It's not that surprising.
I was wondering, should entertainers? This is off topic, but I was wondering if entertainers should get paid as much as they do versus uh, like lawyers and judges and different people, like because you got black kids that
It
basically
depends on the
grow
type
up,
of entertainment.
huh?
I think it depends on the type of entertainment.
But you got black kids that grow up and they're looking at their only way out is music and sports, and you know what I'm saying. But you don't have as many kids thinking about, oh, I want to be a doctor or a lawyer, because they
It
figure,
takes money in school that they don't have money for. If you
yeah,
grew up
yeah,
with drugs and stuff like that,
exactly.
you don't have money for that. That ain't
Yeah,
quick. That
exactly.
ain't no quick fix, especially given the fact that just to be a doctor alone, you gotta go to med school, and once you're out of med school, you got to intern, and that intern will take a minute.
Yeah, that's true. Uh,
If we had trade school or some after school program type stuff going on, then sure, that'd be one thing. But we don't have that no more, and that's something that should be brought back. But it can't really be brought back when the whole economy is based on us trading with other people overseas or sending our own people overseas for these jobs, or not hiring our people at all and hiring these people who don't speak English to handle our stuff. That's why we get people that don't speak English online when we be calling for something important. Like, why this person in India got my personal information? Why this
that
person in China or Korea got my personal information? You don't even got a green. You can't even get over here. Why is
I
this okay?
I'm not gonna lie. That's when me personally. That's when I'm the most racist. When I'm when I press zero for to speak to the customer service representative, and it's somebody that is in India, and I can't understand what the heck they're saying. I hate that crap.
Yeah, I don't like that either, because when I asked them to repeat whatever they said, they start getting an attitude. I'm like, sir, I know for a fact that I'm not the only one who said "huh" more than once. Like, relax.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but yeah, I mean, a lot of people are saying with the 846 thing, like, okay, it it wasn't, a comedy special, you know,
Hmm.
or it wasn't. First of all, it was what 27 minutes,
If that, back up.
and first, first of all, it was 27 minutes.
Yeah,
Then on top of that,
it's not even a full half hour. The first 2 minutes is spent with him, like, getting people into the building or wherever,
yeah, exactly.
showing everybody social distancing and whatnot.
And uh, and then freaking yeah, he did a lot of venting and expressing himself and talking about how he relates to the whole situation and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So I understand, but I mean, he did some, he threw some jokes in there. It just was so heavy of a topic that and then people were expecting jokes. So because people were expecting jokes and they got that, that's when they're like, I don't know. It's like a mood killer.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it because people like to try and run away from this, especially people who aren't our skin tone. And it's like we're at a point now where you can't run away from it now. And we're all
Yeah,
about to make sure, very, very sure, that you can't just run away from it now because it's
yeah,
that important. Like, y'all want to talk about how y'all feel like all cooped up in the house and stuff like that. Imagine how people in prison and jail feel. Imagine how people in prison and jail feel when they're the ones who are innocent and didn't do it. If they're innocent and didn't do it. And even if they weren't, imagine how they feel. They can't do nothing. They're getting told where to go. I said this before all of this started, and people thought I was crazy. Well, not necessarily crazy, probably some did, but some people thought I was tripping and just like, shut up, nigga. But I said when they started this whole quarantine BS, they started quarantining some people who were catching the virus. Yes, that's how it started, right?
yeah,
And it started getting more and more cases, and I was like, "Oh, we all." I started making jokes, texting people "Good morning" and stuff like that, saying, "It's a beautiful day in quarantine," and people were like, "Oh, you got it?" I was like, "Oh no, I don't have it at all." But what y'all don't understand is that we're all in quarantine. Y'all just don't realize it yet. And then, sure
yeah,
enough, a week and a half later, everybody in quarantine. It spiked up that high. Wild.
yeah. And this, yeah, this all this is like very questionable because it's like you don't know what to believe. Like, is this something that you know, they they've done like,
Well, on purpose, like on
yeah,
conspiracy type stuff.
yeah,
Um,
exactly.
I stopped giving it that much thought when it started to make less and less sense. be quite honest, unpopular opinion, and I'm saying this out loud. I'm saying this on camera. I'm saying this recorded, and I'm not taking this part out. I'm fine with coronavirus. Straight up. I think it is. I think this was a godsend. I think this is a blessing in disguise. Albeit, I think it sucks that a lot of people died from it, and shout out to the families who have lost their loved ones because of it. But at the same time, I mean, for me personally, just my personal opinion, I'm just a black guy. I don't know nothing. But this is probably one of the best things that happened for the world. Like people were getting out of control with stuff like that. Like we saw what you saw how clean it was becoming outside, and then Labor Day weekend happened and niggas got outside and how dirty it was afterwards because niggas like littered and left all their stuff everywhere. Like we're destroying this place little by little and we only got one, and it's filled with a bunch of people who don't care. I say let natural selection do its thing. It doesn't bother me in the least bit. The only thing that I miss is the movie theater and the gym. That's it.
I have a conspiracy theory about this too. I have another conspiracy theory. I think that once they started saying, all right, once they started saying that black people aren't dying from the coronavirus, then all of a sudden they start saying, oh yeah, the numbers, like black people are starting to die from coronavirus. But then you had videos of nurses saying these people aren't dying from coronavirus, they're dying from whatever, and then people are just saying they died from the coronavirus, and that's how the numbers were going up.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And most of those people were black, right? In cities like New York and California and Louisiana, Texas, we started seeing the black numbers of deaths go up, from zero, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And it probably was just people with breathing complications or pneumonia, whatever.
I would have said something stupid like high cholesterol, but yeah, I'm gonna go with yours.
Pneumonia, different breathing complications, heart problems, and they called it coronavirus. Then they probably said, okay, black people aren't being affected by this whole coronavirus thing. We're gonna just start killing them. And that's why not only cops, but people like the guys that killed the dude that was just jogging,
Ahmaud Arbery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're basically being haunted, not haunted like ghosts, but hunted. And it's like it's crazy how everything is going. It seems like when we were all like, oh, black people aren't being affected by this whole coronavirus thing, then all of a sudden this all came, and we're being killed every day. We're hearing about another person that was hung or shot or choked out or beaten or whatever every day. So I don't know. It's just weird like that. It's happening like that.
Now we go through seasons with this. It happens all the time. Ain't nothing new here for us. It's just some get busted, some don't. And just so happens now that the ones that are getting busted are really getting busted. But it don't matter because even in the midst of all the protesting and stuff like that, people are still getting killed, shot. That one chick lost her eye out here after getting shot in the eye with with a rubber bullet.
That's crazy.
Went blind in that eye now, so now she a pirate. I'm gonna make it, but I have to.
Freaking
dude, the other day, niggas is apparently getting hung in trees now.
Yeah.
So we're going back to old school lynching. So niggas is just really like we just really out here now. I'm telling you, buy a gun. Everybody just start buying. All people who are melanated, buy a gun. Let's see how long this lasts. They're gonna stop doing it eventually, because eventually we all gonna start just shooting back. It ain't gonna be no peaceful nothing. They're gonna have to do Tulsa everywhere.
Yeah. Another thing I think with 846 that was chilling is, how Dave Chappelle basically related his personal life to the situation. Um, and I think that was something that was like a little chilling for everybody. Um, but yeah, I liked the comedic relief that he gave in there. When he talked about uh, Candace Owens and stuff like that. You know, it was I like that. I think if it went on longer, that could have been something that people would consider like a classic thing. I know that black people enjoyed it more than other people though, for sure.
Of course, because somebody finally spoke up that pertains to a bigger crowd than just us. Because that's the thing. Dave Chappelle speaks to a crowd that isn't just black related. He speaks
Yeah,
to a lot of ethnic backgrounds because that's what his show is. His show is mad diverse,
yeah,
but none more so than black people. Well, now you got to sit and listen to this, and you hear the pain and the passion in his voice. You can't ignore it now. And
yeah,
that's why I said I'm on the. That's why earlier I said I'm on the fence because I don't feel like I care about what Ja Rule thinks, but if Ja has something to say that's worthwhile, that can connect, then it mattered in that
yeah,
moment. And in that moment, 846 mattered.
yeah, yeah. True. Yeah, that's why I said the you know the Ja Rule, the ongoing Ja Rule joke, it didn't necessarily apply this time. But yeah, which the funny thing, Ja Rule, he's been saying different things. Like he said, I seen him. He posted. He said, "Yeah, we need to cut out the whole light skin dark skin thing, and just basically, we need to be connected or whatever." And so,
That'll happen when dark skinned people feel like more they're more accepted than light skins. So shut up. Like Ja Rule ain't a darkie. He's like a semi light bright. Like you right on the cusp of light bright, bro. Like chill.
nah,
He ain't dark like that.
he's not hecka dark. He's dark though, but
He
I think
lighter than
okay.
me.
I, I don't know, but I know one thing. I know freaking with him saying that, like, he need to probably do, like, I don't know. He need to probably bring out an artist, like a black female artist, and promote her or something. Like, she got to be like a chocolate chick or something. Because all the times, all the
Artists
songs,
already existing.
huh?
New or already existing.
I don't know. Either way, that's fine. If he just needs to maybe, like, after he made that statement, because after he made that statement, dark skinned girls are like, Negro, the only girls you worked with is Ashanti and freaking
J-Lo.
Jennifer Lopez and stuff. All light bright.
Record is not good at anything. She does things, but she's not great at anything. Like what do you know Jennifer Lopez for?
Ja Rule songs. I
I'm not here to slap J-Lo songs. I've never slapped
I
a J-Lo song.
I
You
hate
put me on the
that.
block, bruh.
I hate that they make her white in all the movies that she's in.
That's because she. Mhm.
I'm like, why is this Spanish chick got a whole white family? Like, all her kids is got blonde hair and blue eyes.
Probably for the same reason why Gina Rodriguez feels like she can say nigga so fluently.
And
But
then
we're not here to talk about that right now. Oh shoot.
yeah, freaking, they do the same thing to The Rock. Like, other than Moana, like all the movies he's in, freaking, they try to make him seem like he's a white guy.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
I mean, I really liked, what was it the Fast and the Furious spinoff with him.
Well, Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, I like the part where it showed him and his.
Brothers in his own hometown or whatever.
Yeah, because I'm like, geez, like other than that, like they're always trying to make it seem like he's white.
I couldn't take it seriously. It was a fun movie. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah.
I didn't review it because I didn't know how to review that mess. So I just said nah. but, but it was a fun movie and everything. But I couldn't take it seriously when it got to that part because the older brother that punched him in the mouth, Indian. So I can't take it seriously, bro. Sorry. Not authentic. You can't do that. It doesn't work.
Oh my god.
He always plays Indian in some other role. I always see him as Indian, don't you?
Yeah. I've seen a Mexican sometimes too.
See, now this is what I'm saying. I can't take that seriously.
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta look that up. What? So that guy's Indian?
I think so. I don't even know his name, and I really don't feel like looking it up right now.
Freaking okay, Candace Owens, right?
Yeah, what about her?
Freaking. I don't think there's nothing wrong with like people being if they want to be like a black, Republican. You feel like you're a conservative person even though you're black. That's fine. But it seems like everybody that wants to be a Republican or a conservative, it seems like they feel like they have to go like extra hard with denouncing anything that is black. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to denounce your blackness because you're a Republican. But it seems like people like her and other I've seen other people too, on YouTube
Jason
and
Whitlock
stuff
got
like that.
fired. Fun fact.
Huh?
Jason Whitlock got fired. Fun fact.
Oh, Jason Whitlock.
Mm-hmm. No, don't know.
I probably know who it is, but the name sounds familiar, but I can't think who it is.
Oh, you know who it is. As much as you watch sports and stuff like that, you know exactly who that is. Especially basketball.
Oh crap! Yeah.
Yeah. Fired.
Why'd he get fired?
Who cares? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, he.
Boom. See that, and that would be a perfect segue into the next topic.
This fool says a lot of crazy stuff.
This was said on the 15th of June. That wasn't that long ago. Now he's been very vocal about Colin Kaepernick from the beginning, and it was never positive. So, yeah, good riddance, my nigga.
The crazy thing is the Colin Kaepernick kneeling thing doesn't. It's like with George Floyd dying the way that he died. It made the Colin Kaepernick kneeling thing. It opened people's eyes. Like seeing the side by side picture. It opened some people's eyes. I've seen the meme that said, if you are okay with this and not okay with this, or basically saying like, this is the reason for this, and I'm pretty sure that opened some people's eyes. Like, wow, like, yeah,
As it should. Like he said from the very beginning, it's a peaceful protest meant to not disrespect the flag. That's why he got information, had to sit down and talk to an ex-football player and a green beret, Nate Hoyer, who used to play for the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah.
And he gave him the opportunity to change the way he was protesting because originally he sat down. that would be more classified as disrespectful. But he told him to take a knee. Now, what part of taking a knee is disrespectful? When is taking a knee and anything ever been disrespectful? Help me understand. Can you help me understand? Let's go down the list, shall we? When you're about to propose to your girl, you do what?
Yeah, take a knee.
That's weird. I wonder if that bro felt disrespected when he got on one knee for her. The nerve of that nigga, right?
Yeah, that's like the most humbling thing you could do is to take a knee.
When people
out of respect.
When people in other ethnic backgrounds. Matter of fact, bump that. Let's just go across overseas, across the pond, if you will. England. When somebody's about to get knighted, what do they usually have to do?
Yeah, they gotta take that knee.
The queen felt disrespected every time all these brave young men got on one knee as she was about to promote them. Wild, right? Like, shut up. All y'all niggas out here make no sense. None. Absolutely no sense.
And then I'm pretty sure they're at home watching the news and watching all their stores being burnt down and looted, and they're like, why can't they just take a knee? You know, like why can't they just be like Kaepernick and take a knee?
Oh, because now y'all want now. Well, oh, we tried the peaceful thing. Y'all wasn't hearing us. So now we got to get active in these streets. But then at the same time, we're not even the ones that are doing that. It's actually the white people that's out here doing that mess. Burn down Wendy's.
Oh yeah.
The one saw this white boy smashed up somebody's barbershop with his skateboard until some other niggas came in and grabbed that thing from him. And some other ones that are like that. There's a bunch of them like that. But yeah, nah, bruh. They all Asians. Some people just being chaotic just for the sake of being chaotic. And I'm not here for that. But the point is, the riots is the only thing that y'all gonna hear. Once we start affecting your pockets, that's when y'all want to listen. When the world got set on fire, that's when y'all wanted to make some legislative change. And it sucks that it has to come to that because we tried not to go in that route. But at the same time, I wish we could do more.
Yeah.
But again, that is a conversation for a different day. I think when I gather some more information, I can articulate what I'm looking to say a little bit better. But for right now, I don't want to be that nigga that's just talking out the side of his neck for the sake of talking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to be more well informed, so I'm not necessarily an expert, but I want to be like the dumb nigga that don't know what he's talking about. So somebody can just be in my comment section like, you don't even know what you're talking about. Shut up. That's what they all sound like to me, for the record. So.
Oh yeah, that's how they sound.
Yeah, that's exactly. You don't know what you're talking about. Your IQ is so low. I can't even. Shut up, nigga. Like, who you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why it's been so hard to like say anything on social media, like because I've had to process everything, read up on different things and stuff, like, you know, before I just spit out whatever based on how I feel.
Because it's easier to do that, but then having to take that back is even harder. So how you feel about this?
Chargers. So he's on their workout list, but no plans on bringing him in. I mean, yeah, it does. It's basically I've seen that. Was it Roger Goodell saying?
Miss me with that was BS. He was just reiterating what all them niggas said in that one message that they had. You saw that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that all he did was just re-say that, and I don't pay him no mind because Roger Goodell didn't even mention Colin Kaepernick's name when he said we apologize to all the players who were peacefully protesting. Nah. Mr. Goodell, NFL commissioner, you know what we want to hear. Say that. We don't care about the other players. We want to talk about the one that's not playing right now because y'all blackballed him. Like, we're not stupid. We know y'all didn't get this nigga shot on purpose. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. And then you can't talk about social injustice and Black Lives Matter anything and not bring up this nigga's name and you in the NFL. You can't do it. That's impossible.
Yeah, exactly.
He's out of work right now because of that. Nigga has no rap sheet, no rapes, no domestic violence disputes, no drug-related anything. This nigga's clean as it gets. All he did was take a knee for Black Lives Matter. That's all he did.
Yeah.
4 years later, still don't got a job. Why?
And yeah, and it's
Now,
other.
you want to talk about solidarity with BLM? Man, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, get out of here.
And it's other football players that have basically beaten their wives, and then we're like, you know.
And the thing
we're
is, they know about it far before we know about it.
yeah, exactly.
They just try and cover it up, and when it gets out there, they're like, well, I guess we got to suspend them now. Like,
Yeah.
you knew about this. You already knew about this. You didn't even get ahead of it. You're only doing it now because it affects your bottom line.
Yeah, and I think Jay-Z, like when they brought him in,
He didn't help.
I think Jay-Z's first thing should have been, I need to bring Cap in for this.
Nah. Not at all. I think the first move that he should have did was work on buying an actual team.
Yeah.
We don't have any black owners in the NFL. We have black owners in the NBA. Why not the other one where the players are predominantly black? That makes no sense to me.
Well, two things. So, but look, even with black people like owning, they don't own sports teams like all the way out. They own like percentages. Yeah. So like even I thought even with Michael Jordan, he is only a percentage of an owner of the Hornets. Like he's not 100% whole, but he's the, I believe he's the he has the biggest share
for Charlotte.
Yeah, but he's not like full owner. Same thing when Jay-Z was owning the Nets, he wasn't the full owner. But another thing, I think with football, even though there's lots of black football players, the main guy on each team is mostly white because of the quarterback.
Unless you're somebody like Baltimore.
Yeah, there's black quarterbacks or whatever, but like in basketball, the main guy is black. When you got all the on every team, the main guy is black. There's not a main white guy in basketball. Like, not really. I think there's probably like one or two.
I want to disprove that so bad, but I can't because I'm thinking that and I'm like, huh.
You know what I mean? Like when you think football, you think. I mean, we as black people, all we care about is the running back, But all those the receivers basically. But the main guy is the quarterback that represents that team.
Yeah.
And in basketball, it's a black face that represents each team.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and I think
and that should be that gets worked on. Then I feel like
I wonder which sport brings in the most money, because
I'm pretty sure it's the NFL.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the NFL brings in more money than the NBA.
Absolutely.
But
you can stop a total stranger and talk to them about football all day long. I do it every day.
Yeah. So, but
and a lot more paraphernalia to have. Basketball don't have like hats and stuff. I mean, they do, but you don't really just walk around and see people wearing like somebody's they team on their hat, and then they're just like, oh, a conversation gets started, or a jersey for that matter. Like that's kind of rare. Football jersey, that's a lot more common. Other paraphernalia, like nigga, I'm wearing my Broncos hat right now.
Yeah.
It's not football season.
That's why I think there's not many like black owners in football.
That's a fair point. I don't like it, but it's a fair point. But if he does get back into the league, I personally feel like it's good, but it's not. Like,
because
again, super bittersweet for me.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to see something that blew my mind today? This was posted like 6 hours ago.
Yeah. Donald Trump is very. He reminds me of like the Sour Patch Kids. Like
He's such a troll, my nigga. He's such a troll. It makes no sense.
he
He absolutely makes no sense.
he does deliberate like effed up stuff, and then he tries to say, oh, he tries to make it seem like he cares about us, but it's like we're so traumatized because you do all these effed up things, you say all these crazy things, then you do things like you're supporting us. So it's like confusing as heck. But it's because this year the black vote is more important than anything. So everybody's doing all these crazy things so they can get the black vote. Even with the Nancy Pelosi kneeling thing, I didn't like that.
I didn't like that either. I understood that they wanted to come in and show solidarity, but you're a politician, my nigga. We don't care about you taking a knee in kente cloth and y'all all having a hard time getting back up because y'all all older than dirt. Don't do that. That's not you pandering. I feel like you pandering.
Yeah, the Black Panther Wakanda kente cloth on them too was like doing that. I was like, bruh.
I'm putting doves on it, bruh. Don't do that. For any white people that are out there doing this or listening to this, don't do that. That's a quick way to get punched in the mouth, bruh. You get a sideways look. Like I'll snatch that off of your body. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah,
that's stuff like that.
that's like if I felt sorry for the Asians that were getting treated bad for the whole coronavirus thing, so I decided to dress up like a freaking
like Raiden. Get the little hat and everything. With the sleeves that don't connect like this. I bet somebody would not be okay with that.
They would be pissed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't do that. And then everywhere you go, you bow. Like, don't do that. Don't do that, son.
And it's crazy because we support everybody as black people. We support every other culture. Like even in the midst of us being killed and called all these names and treated like we're treated, we still show love to every other race and to the cops. Like, I've seen videos of people giving water to the cops and different stuff. Like,
that's funny. I've seen cops take a case of water and pop them open and drop them like one by one during the protest. I don't know if that was their way of protesters to F up out of there because they would like if we take their water, they won't protest anymore. Yeah. It's just like you're in riot gear on camera destroying people's water, bro. I don't think that's a good look for you. Now he said something, and I liked what he said because I agree with that. But that's what makes me upset is that I agree with that. But two things can be true. So he said, "I love to see Kaepernick come in if he's good enough, but I don't want to see him come in because somebody thinks it's a good PR move." I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with that 100%. The NFL should not be bringing him in all of a sudden just because it makes the most sense given the time or whatever. When this nigga's been right the entire time, because it's like it's weirdly placed like an admission of guilt. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know the specifics of much. Nobody really knows what went on behind the scenes with him and Eric Reed and the rest of the NFL. Yeah. We don't know if they got paid out. Well, we know they got paid out, but we don't know how much they got paid out. People keep making up these random numbers that doesn't exist. We don't know what they got paid out. That was left to be discretionary because if we knew, we know how much their loyalty was worth. You know what I'm saying? And people would have a problem with that. So for those things, we don't know. Nobody knows that actual number. Mm-hmm. Not the public anyway. So everything else is just made up numbers. I want to get that out there right now. 2, why now? I mean, I know why now, but again, like I said, it's weird. It's like an admission of guilt. You could have done this 2-3 years ago. You could have did this when he had his last little tryout that y'all wanted to change the narrative on. And I think he messed that up for himself. But at the same time, I'm fine with the way he did it because he took control over it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I felt like that was a weird stunt to pull for the NFL. Yeah, they gave him a shot or whatever, but it was only like a handful of teams at the time that were interested in him. I believe it was like 5 or 8. And then all of a sudden, like 30 or 20 something teams was going to come out and show up in, just to see how he was or whatever. And he canceled that mess and relocated it somewhere else. And then only like a fraction of that showed up after that. Cool, but you got to understand that looked funny. Some of y'all didn't plan on showing up, and all of a sudden now all y'all want to show up? Nah. We're not playing stupid out here. You're not finna switch this up and change the narrative. I want to make this mess public so everybody can see what's going on here. Because they can easily switch up that thing and be like, yeah, we saw him and trash. And
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It was a blessing and a curse in that moment. And shout out to Colin for being so incredibly patient with the way that this has been going. And I don't know where he stands as far as wanting to play again. Because honestly, the nigga hasn't said anything. But I wish him the best. I hope he gets in. I hope he gets in on his own merit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want him to get in because it just seems like it would be the right thing to do. And we need a leader during this moment type deal or whatever. Because the moment he does get back into the NFL, and I think he will, it's just going to be a bunch of questions about the off the field stuff. Because then the question is he still going to take a knee?
I think he should switch sports. I think he should
go back to basketball.
I think he should really stick it to him and go to the most American sport there is baseball.
Oh God, no. Everyone with the Hispanics and Mexicans, I don't see how that's gonna help.
Yeah, go.
Nobody's really gonna mess with him then. You know that, right?
And be a pitcher. Yeah.
Nah, that's a bad move.
Yeah. Because it's just gonna be so awkward once he, like, if he does go back to the NFL, it's just gonna be awkward.
You said it's gonna be awkward. What?
It's gonna be awkward. It's gonna be awkward, like, for him. It's gonna be awkward, like, just in general. It's definitely gonna. A lot of people, we're all gonna be tuned in, but it's just gonna be like you said, it's gonna be bittersweet.
Yeah, it's bittersweet already.
Yeah.
The people are talking about him, but it's bittersweet because now it's like the deduction of why do you really want me? Because of this now?
Yeah.
Because people are clamoring for it. Honestly, if he doesn't go back because he chooses not to go back because he's just like, nah, then I can respect that.
Yeah.
But if he does, I can also still respect that because some people like the argument like, why would you go back to the team that you won, sued, two, wouldn't let you play, and blah blah blah? Because, and the way I would respond to that is that because even though they did me wrong, I still love the game.
Yeah, exactly.
I still want to play the game. I might not like how they handled me, but I still want to play the game, and that's what it's about. This is what
that's what people don't understand. Like, a lot of people are like, well, why would he go back to the NFL? Because I'm sure he's loved the game his whole life, and then this is the big stage. Like, you dream all your life to make it to the big stage, and then you do, and it sucks that they do you wrong, and so he stood up for what was right. But if he can get back in there and play the game that he loves, then I don't fault him for that.
Yeah, I don't fault him for that at all. I feel like that's a toxic relationship, but I mean that's most NFL players in the league anyway. I mean, as great as he is, Tom Brady had to deal with Roger Goodell for years. But everybody keeps forgetting that. He's still focusing, he's still playing the game that he loved. That's why he a GOAT. But I mean, he's still there. What difference does it make? He might not have sued them or anything like that, but he's out here taking shots at Goodell, low key making like commercials about him and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be that guy. Starting to get late. But yeah, well, I mean, that's where I stand on all this. I think for the most part, this is what we can do. Well, this has been another installment of Revenge of the Blerds. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button at the bottom. And don't forget to subscribe if you're listening to us on Anchor or any other form of podcast that is streaming us right now. Make sure to follow us for more, and we'll have a lot more coming. Between me and the Cali crew, between me and guys, the Flyest over here, we are here. We are here. So thank you. And until next time, we'll be here telling it like it is.